It's been pushed.
Okay.
I liked that one.
That was 999 beats per minute.
Wow.
Many of those noises you heard were condensed an incredible amount.
Well, I liked it. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of this week's podcast. This week's podcast will be brought to you by Amphibious Screams and a really, really, really bad time to be in a red state.
This week's podcast is also brought to you by States' Rights and No Options. Also, welcome to our Conversational Leftist Mukbang. I just want to get out there and say that there's some really tough stuff happening, and a couple of days ago we had to deal with some really rough shit around here because it was Mother's Day, and I think women have gotten it too good for too long, and we got to do something about it, and finally we got people out there looking out for us.
You really gotta bring down a few rungs.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
We need more. We need more babies. That'll solve it.
Everything about the way you said that is the worst thing I've heard.
Well.
Hot damn.
Hot damn.
We're gonna have some focus issues because the focus is too soft over in Madison's place for some reason.
Being annoying, but.
And then my whole thing over here is blue for now. There's like blue light coming in. I've got blue stuff on my screen. This may be reflecting a little bit. It's
the blue time over there.
Yeah. Anyway.
I've got some bisexual lighting going on.
Thank God, because I can't really. Can I get this? No, I'm just gonna let that sit there and do its thing, and hopefully, as it gets darker, people will get some of the effect. Anyway, what do you have to eat and drink before we get into the cool stuff?
I actually have some good stuff this time.
Excellent.
I'm excited. I have in anticipation of talking about lots of really fun, cool shit, I got alcohol. So I have a Cayman Jack margarita. I guess it's actually a mojito margarita. Okay. So already got into that. That seems
good.
It's pretty good so far. I have some comfort food.
Yeah.
Some Pocky. I have another comfort food. Some Flamin' Hot Funyuns.
Those are the best of the Funyuns. Yes.
They're really good.
Yeah.
And then another alcoholic beverage I am excited to try. Actually,
yeah, I saw that sitting there. I think it's off camera for people watching, but
yeah, I think so.
The box is very appealing.
Yes, it is a hard cider, but it is a yerba mate hard cider, like mango flavored. It's like a mango yerba mate flavored hard cider. So yeah, I'm really excited to try that. I think it'll be good. They also have kind of like shiny, but a very nice turtle.
Honestly, I know it's a mango turtle or something, but that looks like a concha to me in illustration form.
It really does.
Yeah.
But I have high hopes for these. I'm really hoping not to be let down. I have really wanted to like all of the like hard kombuchas.
Yeah. They've been a little shitty so far.
Yeah, they're not great every time I try them. So Hopefully the fact that this is like a cider kombucha will help. I don't know.
Well, if that's good, and even if it's not, I have something I would like to, let's say, swap so I can try.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be having one of them today. Do you have any other items over there? Yeah. Honestly, that sounds great right now. So I got some stuff over here. With your stuff, once you're not in the danger zone, whatever that means, we should do some kind of Winco thing. But I went there the other day and picked up some Mexican coconut cookies. Maria's always good, always under $1. And also, they're basically the same cookies that you get in Hawaiian airports and stuff like that. But those versions cost like $6, and these cost 75 cents. I've also got about a third of a bag full of date. It's like shaved and dusted date pieces.
Gotcha. That looks good.
Yeah. It's a good and extremely cheap snack. Less cheap are my other two snacks. I've got this fine herbed cheese. The lighting is bad on this one.
It's a very bright cheese.
Here we go. Cheese. Anyway, so I got that and some crackers down under the table, kind of. I've also got what's left of some cotton candy grapes.
Ah, the best grape.
Which, fuck, they're good.
The superior grape.
I also might break into this. Got a little remnant of some art sking. But then, also for you, this happened between podcasts too. It's been a while.
Oh yeah, I guess so.
This is the thing that I might have for a trade.
That looks really good.
Yeah, it's Fireball and lemonade, and it's quite large. Which
it's a tall boy that's 8%.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I also got this weird sour blueberry soda. Yeah.
That looks like I don't know, the amount of minimalism is kind of like discomforting.
Yeah, it's got one of those like kind of papery labels. Everything about this is a little bit like I'll do it. I'll give it a shot.
Just make it.
Yeah. I mean, I found it in a place. Also, I sent you that picture of the mysterious golf vodka that I was drinking. It was like grape flavored, but for some reason it was golf themed. That was from the slightly further away gas station, but these are at the one next to me. They have these in apple and lemon.
Ooh.
Yeah. Which is basically at that point just a fucking cinnamon apple.
That sounds really good.
Yeah, it's 25 ounces of 8%. And I'm very excited to break into that.
I'm ready to forget.
I'm ready for this one. Anyway.
Jesus.
Well, last time I wrote down that you were going to go over your car bullshit. How's that come along in the last month?
Oh, it's worse.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't. The fact that I thought that was important enough to discuss on the podcast really speaks to what I've got going on. But
yeah,
It's worse. My check engine light is flashing now occasionally upon braking or accelerating too much too fast.
Okay.
And it's very just like lurchy.
I do recall the last time I rode in it, it was sort of okay on the street. But I think the time before that, it was like starting up, it was like,
Yeah,
like
it sounds really bad when you start it up. It's like
stuff.
it sounds really bad on the just street driving, like especially if you're like stopping and starting at a bunch of lights.
Okay.
But I mostly just drive to Nampa, so the freeway driving is fine, which is mostly what I do. So that hopefully it'll hold out for a little longer because I really, really don't want
to deal with that.
To deal with it.
Yeah.
But anyway,
it might be worth at least getting it checked out.
I think I do need to take it into a place.
Yeah, because if you were going just in like the streets that are surrounded here, that would be one thing. But now that I've been out towards like the Nampa area, because I was out at that Walmart yesterday, or God, yeah, yesterday, and some other stuff. It's kind of some streets to deal with in terms of what if your car just splits in half or whatever it's trying to do.
It's a little more difficult, but
yeah,
I'm probably getting to the point where I'm gonna actually do something about it soon.
Yeah. Well, glad we cleared that up. So, like a couple days after our last podcast was Arbor Day. what day was that?
Arbor Day.
The Earth Day. It was Earth Day.
Oh.
Anyway,
Happy birthday, Earth.
Sorry for everything. So I wrote down some stuff about Biden being a dipshit.
Okay. Yeah.
In which he was leading up to Earth Day, insinuating that he was going to do anything, like usual. And then on Earth Day, he flew to Seattle, and he gave a speech to the tune of, "Here in the government, we think trees are good." And that's it. He did not, set up anything. He didn't insinuate anything in the future. He didn't, mention that things are getting worse, as far as I could find. He just strictly went to Seattle and said, "We love them. We love those trees." So he's on his path towards being as intelligible as Trump at this point, which is great.
It is, especially in light of recent events. It is really, really hard to continue with the line of thought that's like, they're not the best, but it is a step up from the worst.
Yeah.
It's hard to argue that to other people when I, most of the time, have a hard time of even believing that, but
when you only have one party that actually does anything in the country and everything they want to do is bad, having the other party in power seems to only really make them more spiteful. And that's about where we're at as a country, I feel like.
I think that's totally right. The only thing that I seem to see or get from anything of Biden's administration is just a lot of meaningless lip service to stuff. There was something that what was it? Oh, the memo he put out after the opinion leaked. Basically saying I can't do anything, which he can't. But
yeah,
it's just
yes.
it feels very empty. But
What are Biden's dogs up to?
that's what's important. There's probably
uh,
like more coherent thoughts going on in a Biden dog brain.
you know, the most recent update for the Biden dogs is December 21st, 2021. Nearly 6 months ago.
Are they dead? Did they kill the dogs?
No, they bought another dog, I guess. Who gives a shit? Anyway, nobody sees those dogs. What do you remember when that was like actively talked about and it was like important political discourse briefly of like how well cared for the dogs were, what kind of dogs they were. Like somebody saw this dog and the yard seemed dirty, like all kinds of weird bullshit.
I remember that a little bit when during the last election with like Warren's dogs. But,
yeah.
Because she had 2 like golden retrievers or something.
From like January 6th ish through like the 3 months where people were like, we don't want to talk about anything, it was a lot of fucking dog commentary.
Yeah.
And I don't think we even really talked about it on here much at all because it was so
stupid,
fucking useless.
Yeah.
But
I think we were mostly just angrily yelling about other things.
Yeah. What other things are those? He didn't like make any promises going into office though, right? I feel like we would have heard about that again.
Don't worry about it. It'll all work out all fine in the end.
I'm just glad that he passed through the PRO Act, so now people can organize finally. And he got that Reconstruction stuff going. So now we have like good roads, at least starting up. We got just lots of really nice infrastructure going. We got those
good
loans.
Stuff.
Those loans are taken care of. That really helps me out. We all got what was it, like $2,000 or something like that. We got some good money off that with him coming into office. That
COVID numbers down.
Yeah,
you know,
COVID gone.
Just defeated.
Yeah, we actually, we're doing so good with COVID. Like it's gone now, obviously. Like right. I think that was like 3 months ago it was gone, but definitely not still a major issue, and everybody's just acting like the lesser hospitalization means it's over. Because there's no other factors there. Side thing from the government, I was telling you not that long ago about how I had some fortunate stuff with my taxes. Today I got like a 3-page letter from the IRS that basically says, hey, we paid you some of the money, but we decided that you shouldn't get the rest, and if you want to tell us that you disagree, you can call us. So I got that today, which is exciting. Yes?
Why? Are there any specific grounds for just withholding it?
So, no. Number one, no. But number two, the thing that I was supposed to be getting from them is, what is it called? It's kind of across the room. Hold on. One moment. What the fuck is it called? God damn it. I don't think it's on that sheet of paper. Anyway, so you remember when they were offering, basically, hey, if you're in a lower income bracket, the government will send you some extra money. And it was like last year, and it was like the only thing that they offered last year in general.
Yeah.
So on the taxes, they offered up the chance, if you didn't collect on that, to get it through your taxes. And that was a piece of what I had done with mine. And I went back through all of my listings to make sure like there was no way that I had magically gotten this through like some transaction I never saw. So I went back through and I looked through my records and stuff as I did my taxes, and then I added that on as like, hey, if I'm eligible for it, yeah. And then after all the checks and stuff online, I was eligible for it, so I was put in. They sent me a letter that literally just says adjustment to your taxes, like after a thing talking about like, hey, we disagree. An adjustment to your taxes, and it just has the name of it, and it's like reconciliation or some, I forget. It's not called that, but it's whatever the thing was that they were talking about. And then it says like taxes like from state, taxes from federal, and then doesn't even list my actual back taxes as like a chunk. It says that the general other piece of those taxes would have been added on, but we've decided not to. And under it then is like, and if you find this to be a mistake, you can call us. And then on like the back of the second sheet, it talks about how like people are finding that calling us is ineffective and takes a really long time. It's like
weird. Yeah.
Cool. I think there's a website I can go to find out more. I have not done that yet because this was a couple hours ago. Anyway,
fun.
That was fun. That was I was already kind of assuming that, but then I got a letter that was just like, hey. It was interesting.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. That's pretty much been my experience also with the IRS, and continues to be so. I am so scared of them.
Yeah.
It would be real nice if like TurboTax would stop lobbying to make taxes hard.
Yeah.
That would
be
be really
great. If you could just say, hey, this is what I made, and then they're like, all right.
All right, cool.
That seems way easier, honestly.
That seems like, hey, all right, you already know. If I guess and get it wrong, I go to jail. Why don't you just tell me? So
there's a lot of fucking
going to jail is minimal.
There's a lot of fucking people out there who seem pretty convinced that if TurboTax and those companies weren't doing it, that it would be like all of the stuff TurboTax does, and we would have to do it instead. And totally forget that, like, you just staple your W-2. That's why you have a bunch of copies. Like, that's a holdover. You just fucking staple your W-2 to a form you get and, like, sign it and send it to them. Taxes are not hard for people who don't have giant incomes and shit. Like, it is basically just, here's my proof of like money that came in. Do something with that. And then like for you, it would just be like receipt based. But like if you know that shit's happening, you get those things and you put them in a little file, and at the end of the year you go, here you go. Yeah. Like, it's not a big deal.
No. It's just...
Yeah. Anyway, that's cool.
Well, sorry.
I'm trying to think. The main concern that I get on people who listen to this is, I don't like it when you talk about the political stuff first. So I'm trying to think because I've got garbage stuff that I'm gonna probably talk about, provided there's time. I feel like, I guess, let's go with shared stuff first. What'd you think of Venom 2? Can you remember any of it?